It's Sunday. It's the first Sunday of 2026 and I'm so excited because today I have been waiting to do a little bit of a reset. I'm so excited because Brandon and I are going to take down all of our Christmas decor. It's like genuinely overstimulating in my entire house. It's so weird because I love it so much, and then right after Christmas I'm like, it has to go. Burn it, burn all of it. I need it gone. I don't want to look at it. So now today Brandon and I are going to take down all of our Christmas decor. We had a really good New Year's Eve, New Year's. We went to Sedona with a couple of our friends. So one of my friends, Brooke, her birthday is on the 29th. So from the 29th until the 1st, we did a little road trip to Sedona and it was really cute and it was so beautiful. We just hung out in the house and we spent New Year's with everyone. We played games. We went and like shopped in Sedona. It was really, really cute. I haven't been to Sedona in a really long time and it just was really nice. So that's what we did for New Year's. When we had Christmas in Texas. So we went home, we visited my family, we visited all of my family. It's always like so much whenever we go home to Texas, just because even with both of us, we both have divorced parents, and so we have both of his parents' Christmas, which we did yesterday. So we got back on the 1st and then we had the 2nd to chill a little bit, and then yesterday we did Christmas with his mom and then his dad, and then now we're home and I'm like, oh my god, it's our Sunday. We need to take everything down and like do a literal reset. But we did Christmas with his parents. When I went home to Texas, I did Christmas with my dad, I did Christmas with my mom, I did Christmas with my grandparents, we did another Christmas with my other sister. Like, we had so much. So anyway, that's actually like why I've been so MIA. I know I got so many DMs and so many questions being like, you're not vlogging, where are the YouTube vlogs? And honestly, like, I just wanted to take a little break because the end of the year gets really, really hectic, and adding in vlogs on top of that is a lot. And I also kind of I was trying out different content. I really wanted to do like TikTok vlogs and post more on TikTok and post some stuff on Instagram. So you may have noticed I did different kinds of vlogs over on my Instagram and my TikTok, and I feel like on TikTok I stay up to date with you guys way more because I don't edit anything really on TikTok. Like, I just will take a video and I upload it so you guys can see what I'm doing in real time. So I know not everyone has TikTok. I always get comments like, I don't have TikTok, please post here. And I totally get that. I just sometimes am like, I want a little break from YouTube. YouTube is a lot. I love YouTube though, and I'm really happy that I'm vlogging and I'm back because I just miss this platform all the time, and I always miss this audience specifically. Like, you guys are the audience that I miss. Which also, speaking of, literally like in November, I put together 3 huge PR boxes, like stuff with a bunch of products and skincare and beauty and like all of this kinds of stuff, and I want to do a giveaway to 3 different people. And originally I was gonna do it like on Instagram, and I was gonna make it around Christmas time, and then I saw everyone else doing giveaways and I didn't have my content filmed in time before I left because I was traveling to London, and then I got back and then I went to Texas. You guys know the whole thing. Anyway, I still have the 3 giveaways, and I feel like it would be a really good idea to do the giveaway on YouTube, just because I feel like I neglected you guys, and I feel so bad because I hadn't vlogged in a while. And I also just feel like you guys are an audience that's been around for a really long time, and it feels special. I haven't done a YouTube giveaway in like 10 years. I don't know if people still do YouTube giveaways, but what I'm gonna do is, for this video, I have 3 boxes. I'll show them obviously in the vlog. I'm not gonna show everything that's in them because they're each different products, but they are really nice. Like, I put so much effort in like all of this like different stuff inside of each one of them. It's just to say a little thank you. It can start your guys 2026 off well. So I'm gonna pick 3 winners from the comments, and like, honestly, all you need to do is comment, but make sure that you're like entering the giveaway. So if you want to enter, I'll pick 3 of you guys, and you guys can comment down below and just say you're entering the giveaway, and then tell me what your 2026 New Year's resolution is, because we're going to do a little bit of that in today's video. I thought it'd be fun to read my 2025 goals and kind of like go through them. I haven't made my 2026 goals yet. I have some in mind, but I haven't done my vision board or any of that. So I figured I could do that in this vlog. This will be like a full 2026 reset / vision board video. So, okay, time to go take down the decor. have officially put pretty much everything back where it's supposed to be. Took out all of the Christmas decor, so I thought I'd show you. This is a little office update for you guys. I finally got some artwork. I have the frame that I ordered for it, but it's still on the way, so it's not going to be up for a while. I think it comes next week, but I'm going to hang it right there, and I'm so happy with it, and I love the way it looks in my office. I am so happy I took all the Christmas decor down because I'm a pretty like cluttered knick-knack kind of person. Like I love to keep little things like always around. This is what I hate that I have to keep on my desk, but this is my label maker, how I do all of my orders and stuff. But like this room, it's made so much progress from what it used to look like. And then this side of the office I really love. These are the vintage bookshelves that I thrifted, and I love keeping like little trinkets on them. So I got this stuff when I was in London. I thrifted this tray, this silver tray, which I love. It's not styled the way I want to style it, but I put it out today after I took all the Christmas stuff down, and I like put some little things on it. My aunt got me these teacups, well, this teapot and this little right here, but they're actually candles. Once I burn them, I'll be able to like keep them and actually use them, which I think is really cool, and they're just really pretty. So eventually I'm gonna get some other stuff to put on here. That's a little rat that my cousin bought me for Christmas last year. She bought me these glass little rats. And then here I have all my Kindle cases stacked up right here on the top shelf. Those are extra ones. These are actually samples. So these are Kindle cases that I got the first time I ever ordered cases, and you can see the different color variation because I wanted the color to be correct. So these are the cases that I sell, which is like this really pretty sage green, but the first version of it, I got this like lighter green. It just wasn't rich enough. It wasn't the right color. So I got them redone. You can see I love this color so much. So here I keep kind of like my sample versions. Even with this one, the tree is not the right color. This one, this was a version of the Kindle case before we decided to not do the print this small, so we actually made it much bigger. You guys can see this is the first version and this is the final. So we obviously love this version, having the actual print bigger and more blown up, but it's always good to like see different variations. Anyway, that's kind of boring, but that's what I keep on this shelf, and I just really like the way this stuff looks over here. Anyway, I've spent most of my morning. It's now 12:45 and we've put everything back in the garage. I've tidied up and I've put everything where I wanted it. I just feel so much better. Like, wow, I feel like there's so much less clutter. I'm not freaking out over all of the crap that's in my house. I feel so much better. Like I can actually sit on the couch and not freak out about the amount of stuff that was just like everywhere in my home. Anyway, I think for the rest of the day, I kind of just want to work on my laptop and I want to do some stuff for the wedding. I am fully at the point now where I'm freaking out about wedding planning. Like before, I was very chill, which I'm sure you guys can tell. That's why I like took some time off of vlogging, because it's just like I am like at the point now, it's well under a year of our engagement, and I'm saying that because I'm fully at the point now where it keeps me up at night. Like I wake up 1 to 2 times in the middle of the night. Like I surge up I don't know if that's the right word, but out of bed in like a panic. Like I start thinking about all of the decisions and things that I haven't planned or haven't booked or haven't got ready. Like I genuinely start like freaking out about it. And I think that I'm just overwhelmed right now because there's so much stuff going on. Like there's so many decisions I need to make for my wedding and so much stuff for everything leading up to it, on top of growing my current business and trying to do everything for that right now. And then it's also like it's 2026. So then it's like I'm trying to figure out what are my career goals, what are my priorities, like all those kinds of things. I just feel like it's kind of like a lot. So I'm trying to relieve some of the pressure of like, I don't need to make any crazy changes right now. I feel like I've made some really good changes within the past year that I want to stick with and I want to keep implementing into my life, but I don't need to go overboard because I don't want to overwhelm myself this year, because my main priority is our wedding. Like now we are 10 months away from our wedding. Doesn't it feel like I got engaged yesterday? Like, doesn't it feel like I just said I was engaged and then I'm like, oh my God, it's here. What have I done? Like, not only are we only 10 months away from our actual wedding, but we're not that far away from our civil ceremony, because we actually do need to get married here in the US before we go over to London. And so we have to plan this stuff for that, because we're also going to do a ceremony here in California. It's like so much, you guys. It's like a lot. Like, it's actually a lot. With all of that being said, all of that word vomit for you guys, I'm gonna sit on the couch on my laptop and I'm gonna start to look at some more wedding stuff and really like narrow things down and like get my life in order. There's things that I want to share as I start doing my wedding planning, but I don't like to share the process of doing stuff. I like to share it once it's done or once I've come to a decision. So it's like, oh, once I decide certain things, then I can be like, okay guys, this is what I'm doing for my wedding. But I also do want things to be a surprise. Like I want you guys to be able to see my wedding and still be surprised at what I'm doing. I don't want to share all of it, but when it comes to where I'm gonna go for my bachelorette and what I want to do on my bachelorette, I'll be able to share that. Like I want to choose those things, share where we're going, share what we're doing, how I pick a theme for it, and like outfits and things like that. I'll share those, but when it comes to the actual wedding, I think I want that kind of stuff to actually be a surprise. Like I want you guys to look at it and be surprised, not me share every single detail beforehand. So I'm gonna make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. It's like really cold and rainy outside, so I need to do that. It's Monday. It's the first Monday of January. I'm so excited. I've already gotten so much done. I have a meeting in like 10 minutes, but it's a wedding meeting. So I'm meeting with my mom and then 2 other like planner creative people to help us. So I'm really excited about that because I feel like after I take this meeting, I'm gonna feel a little bit of like a little small release of like the stress I've been having. But I did get ready. I want to film a book video today, which is already up obviously before this one, but I'm filming my 2025 books that I read, which I'm really excited about. And I'm really excited about this year of reading. I have so many books that I just like am excited to read that's on my TBR. So I'm gonna do like another video on probably TikTok where I talk about books that I am adding to my TBR for 2026. So I'm just sitting in my office and just working. I am looking at my new Kindle cases, which I'm also working on. They are so gorgeous and beautiful, and I have been so freaking excited for these to come in. These are some of my favorite designs that we've done. So I've got 4 new cases coming out this month. I'm working on the launch for that. The lighting was getting a little wonky, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna film while I'm at the house today. I'm gonna work on my laptop. I think I'm gonna go to the bank. I'm gonna run errands, and that's kind of my Monday. And then after I do that, we're gonna sit down and go over my 2025 goals.
All along, it's going to be a collaboration because Sean, I know this is your very strong gifting as well too. And so this is where the fun is gonna come in as to we put all of our brains together.
I don't know, I think I've just gravitated towards that naturally. And so I would love I would love it to feel that way. I want to find something that merges well with what their interior design and style looks like. We were talking about yesterday, like one of my main things that's like, I keep being like, well, what are the bridesmaids gonna wear? But I'm like, they have to wear what the theme is, but what is the theme? Like, what is the color scheme for all, like, what do they wear? And then I know my mom sent you my dress as well. I don't want, I don't want the neutral, like, taupey look. I think that my thing I've been kind of saying since we got engaged, even when we did the save the dates, when we've done every single little thing, even when I've done my bridesmaids proposals, I like everything to feel meaningful and I like it to feel personal. Even when choosing my dress, it was very difficult for me because I was like, I don't want to choose a dress where I feel like I'm dressing up as a bride. I want to feel like I'm dressing up as myself. I want everything to feel personal and meaningful. So I don't like to do big grand things just to do something crazy. I don't need it to be crazy. I just need it to, you know, feel meaningful and look beautiful. And are in the Cotswolds, you are at like this big venue and like you're flying all the way there, but when you're there, I don't want you to feel like you're in some big wedding production. I want you to feel like you're surrounded by like people who are really meaningful to us, who we love, and like that's just kind of the vibe for that. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to be working with you guys.
Oh, it's an honor to be part of it.
My meeting's done. That was an hour and 45 minutes. That's a really long meeting. I feel so much better. I hoped I would feel better after that, and I do. I feel relief. I feel like I'm putting my wedding into good hands, which I don't even think I prefaced this very much, but basically my mom is a wedding planner, as you guys know, and she planned my sister's wedding and she did all of hers and she is planning mine. We were obviously thinking with all of the logistics, my sister's wedding was in Texas and my wedding is obviously in England, so very different. There's so many things that I and my mom would like to pass on to someone else. That way my mom can enjoy my wedding and be a part of it, but still have some creative control of it. So we actually did hire another wedding planner who my mom knows, and we're very excited to be working with them, and I'm excited to be working with them. That was our first call, but they're basically gonna help facilitate a lot of the logistics and also kind of help me manage different goals and things that I want to do. So it's like if I have an idea for what I want to do for welcome party or for anything else, they're going to be able to manage that for us and also help with, you know, actually executing our ideas. My mom does those as well, but my mom is actually really, really good at the creative, and I'm pretty creative as well. Like I love coming up with different ideas and stuff. So it's just nice to have a really good group of people who I feel like have this under control. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, I wasn't expecting that to go so long. It's almost 1 o'clock now, and I have so many errands. I've got to go drop off book rats orders, fulfill book rats orders, go to the bank, and I need to film still. I thought I was going to be filming much earlier than this. I'm going to get those things out of the way, and then we're gonna work on our 2026 goals. This is the journal that I went and bought for myself last year when I wanted to write down my goals. And it's so interesting thinking about this time last year because it felt so different and it feels so different. And especially because I don't even think I talked about this ever. I actually had a vision board night planned, and I went out and I bought all of these boards. I had a whole table set up, and I bought like a bunch of magazines, and I invited, I think it was like 10 girls over to do vision boards. And the day that we were supposed to do them, the fires started and were spreading in the Palisades, and it was really bad. And so obviously I texted everyone and I was like, we're not doing vision boards today. Like, let's just cancel this and like everyone stay safe. Well, then that night it was just like, it got so insane and so bad, and it was absolutely chaos. I remember being like, wow, like what a start to the year, and everything just feels so different this year. But 3 days before the Palisades fire and like all of Malibu was pretty much like burnt down, I by myself drove to the beach because Malibu and the Palisades is one of my favorite areas to be in. It's one of the most beautiful areas ever, and it's just so peaceful and it's so quiet. And so I actually drove and I sat there for like 3 hours with no service, and I just looked out at the beach, and the exact spot that I was at and the houses that I was walking through are all burnt now. They're all gone. And I just felt like it was such a weird feeling to have like been right there and planning for the year and then having everything wiped away. It was just so insane. Yeah, and like looking back on it now, I feel like people forget it's only been a year since that happened. And all of the stuff, like, I mean, even still, if you drive to Malibu or you drive to the Palisades, there are still burnt cars sitting there as if it just happened. Like, it's just the weirdest thing ever. So I don't know, I'm just like mentioning that because on January 3rd, that's when I dated this, I wrote down my 2025 goals. I actually broke them up into health, work, personality, relationships, reading, and fun. And I actually want to do that again this year, like breaking up different goals for different things. But I thought I would do a little bit of self-reflection before I move into the new year and kind of talk about if I want to bring some of these with me still into 2026 or ways that I feel like I met some of these goals within the last year. So let's start with personality, because this one's kind of a funny one. I feel like you don't obviously change your whole personality for the new year, but for me, I had goals. I think this was just more like, not necessarily personality goals, but like, yeah, just like your personal things. So my number one that I put was be more confident in decisions. I feel like sometimes I will rely on other people to help me make decisions. I do still think I still do that, but I do it less. And it's more so stopping it in the moment when I have to make a decision instead of texting someone or calling someone or asking for another opinion, just really sitting and thinking about it and being like, is this what you want though? Like being confident in exactly what you want to do. And then the second one is be more intentional with my time. I had felt like in 2024, I really wasn't intentional or useful with my time whenever it came to my career, whenever it came to social media, whenever it came to friendships, my relationships, family time. Like I just felt like overall I needed to be intentional with what I'm doing. I think I would bring that into the new year. I just think it's important to value your time and also be intentional with who you're surrounding yourself with. So I think that's something I would still bring in. I think I've gotten better about that for sure, but I would still bring it in with me to 2026. Ooh, speak less harshly. I don't think I've mastered that one. That needs to be written down again. I think that maybe people in my life would disagree, but I feel like I speak harshly in a sense that like I'm a very like blunt, communicative person. I am able to express my feelings. I'm able to say what I think and say what I feel, but I also feel like sometimes it can come off a little harsh. Like maybe I say things in a way that is a little bit too harsh, and I don't think I've gotten that feedback, right? Like there's not people who have told me that I speak harshly, but I just think that inside or internally I feel that way. Like after I say something to someone, or maybe I leave a conversation, I'm like, oh, I feel like I was a little bit too like harsh, or I said that in a weird way or something like that. I get in my head about it. And so yeah, I think I would actually be interested to know if people think that I speak harshly in my life, but I don't think I've mastered that, and I think I want to change that. Moving on to health, I put prioritize working out, be more conscious of what I'm eating, consistently take my vitamins, speak kinder about my body, and don't compare my body to others. Those are really good health goals. I think that prioritizing working out and being more conscious of what I'm eating, I took very seriously. Like I actually think I committed to those very well, and I've talked about that a lot on my channel. Like these were things that I wrote down that I was very conscious that I wanted to do. I do think I did those very well. I ended up getting a gym membership, which was something I honestly had never seen for myself. I'm not a gym girly. I'm not the type of girl to go to the gym by myself, but I actually got a gym membership along with a couple other friends, and initially we were going together, and then they stopped going and I stayed, and I think it really helped me keep that consistency, and I felt like paying for something and paying for a workout class really helped me keep it going, because I go to Aloe and stuff like that, but that wasn't as consistent. So now I go to Aloe, now I pay for a gym membership, and what really helped, if you guys are interested in starting to like get into working out for the new year, go to a gym that offers classes that you already know that you love, because that was a really big factor for me. Is like, I know I'm not going to be going into the weight room by myself. That is just not the type of person that I am, and like I get too intimidated by that, and I know a lot of girls do. So getting a gym membership where I could go to Pilates classes, I went to bar classes, I went to reformer, I went to like a weight training class, but it was a group activity. Group classes helped me so much work up the courage and the nerve to then go by myself. Like I would take a bunch of group classes by myself, or I would take a group classes by myself, and then I'd be like, okay, well I can go and maybe like do abs in like the little room or whatever. And it really helped me like grow into being able to go by myself, and that kept me really consistent. Finding one that's near you, finding one that fits like your overall vibe and aesthetic. I don't really go for like social purposes. Like I'm not going to like meet friends or make friends or anything like that, but I just wanted to like go and be consistent. And then working out, really, I just felt like the more I worked out, the more I wanted to stick with my like eating habits, because I'm working out so much, it just didn't make sense for me to keep eating bad. Like I'd be like, I'm working out so much, and like I need to fuel my body with things that are beneficial and like supply me with energy, and I've really focused on that. I also got an Oura ring in December of 2025, and so I've had it for over a year now, and I love it so much. That has helped my activity goal so much, because it counts my steps and it gives you a rating for how active you are, and whenever I can see that I'm getting lower and lower and lower, I'm like, I need to like pick it up. So having an Oura ring actually really helped with my activity in the past year, because I felt like I was always tracking it. Speaking kinder about my body, I could still do better at that. I feel like mentally, or sometimes, you know, I just don't think I have the most positive thoughts about my body, or I don't speak to myself in a positive way. But the way that you speak to yourself really changes how you feel about yourself and how you look. I do think I think that working out helped me gain confidence to feel better in my body. So I stopped noticing or picking at things about my body that I didn't like as much. I wouldn't say I was overly like kind to myself, but I think that aspects to or related to working out, I felt so much stronger this past year, and that was really, really positive for me. Like I would be working out, or I would go on a run and I would be like, you can do this, like you've got this, you've done it before, you can do it again. Like I would say really positive affirmations to myself when working out. Working out helped me mentally be kinder to my body, because I would be like, you've got this, and I would push myself in a positive way, and I would give myself positive affirmations. But I do think things here and there that I just wish I didn't pick apart so much, or I wish I didn't like compare my body to others. I still do that, and I think that that's just like, I don't know when that'll ever go away. I don't know at what age I would stop comparing my body to others, but like I do. I always will. I see other people. I don't know if that's like bad to admit, but like I do. Even with as much as I work out, as much healthy eating, or as much as I'm like feeling myself where I feel great, I still go on Instagram and I look at other people's bodies and I'm like, if I looked like that, or I wish I had that body type, I wish I had that stomach, I wish I had those legs, all of that kind of stuff. I always feel that way. I don't know when that is going to stop. I don't even know. I don't know how to get rid of that. I don't know how to get rid of that. It's not like it affects me on a day-to-day basis, but like I don't know how to get rid of body comparison. I just feel like it's so ingrained in us as like women, especially growing up. Like I just feel like I've always done it from a very young age. I've been really conscious of other people's bodies and me not looking like them, or I wish I looked more like them, if that makes sense. It's not a great thing to admit, but like it is the truth. Like that is the truth of how I feel and what I want to work on. Now for work, save my money, be consistent, find a schedule, get new management, focus on my book content, reconnect with my audience, stop comparing myself. So I need to do my recap of the amount of uploads I've done this year and consistent uploads, because I always like to compare and see, but I feel like I uploaded more this year. I could be so wrong. Even if I don't upload more on YouTube, I really prefer quality over quantity, which is why sometimes I will take breaks, because I don't want to post a video that I don't feel like has any value or is just like insignificant. I don't like to post just like random crap content, and I'm not just gonna upload a vlog just to upload a vlog. So with that, I will take breaks on YouTube. TikTok, I became way more consistent, and I do think I focused on book content a lot this past year, which I really personally enjoyed and I loved, and that helped me really grow my brand and grow my audience. And I do feel like through my book content, I've really been able to reconnect with you guys in a different way. I think I've mentioned this before, but I went to Outside Lands. I went to a music festival, and even not just there, but in like so many aspects of my life, whenever I meet different like followers and a bunch of you guys will always say like, oh my God, I watch all your book content now. I love all your book stuff. And that used to never be the thing that people would come up to me and say. I always used to get comments like, I used to love you in high school. I used to love you in college. And I used to get that because that's kind of like where my peak content was high school and college. And then in the past year or two, now it's all, oh, I watch all your book content. Oh, I love your Kindle cases. And that makes me really happy, because it lets me know that like I'm resonating with you guys in a new and a different way. And I'm also reaching a different audience of viewers, which is really great. And especially because I'm super passionate about it and I love talking about it all the time. So that's been really nice to have in the past year. And I know that that's like a big goal for me to continue in 2026. Stop comparing myself. That kind of goes off of like what I was just saying. I feel like I still compare myself in some aspects, but I also think I've grown into myself a little bit more. I'm 28 now, I'll be 29 this year, and I do think I've grown into myself to where I know myself and I know my lane, and I don't feel so pressured to compare myself to other influencers or other people who are living a different life than me. Sometimes I get in my head about like the type of content I'm doing or the type of lifestyle I'm doing, and I think one of my big major goals this year is to just like, I just want to be me no matter what the cost is. Like I just want to be myself, do what I love, wear what I love, post what I love, and not worry about it so much, because I think that I worry about either like being trendy or being on trend, and I feel like you get into that habit, and I can fight the trends, and I can try and meet every single thing that I feel like is popular on social media, and follow every single TikTok sound, and follow every single other influencer, and copy everything that they're doing. Maybe at the end of the day that would get me more views, or maybe it would bring me a bigger audience, but that's not who I am at the end of the day. That's not the life that I'm living. I cannot make my entire entire life centered around what I think is going to perform well for others. It needs to perform well in my life, like for myself. I need to love what I'm doing and how I'm living. That's the thing with social media, is influencers know what is going to make them grow, what is not going to resonate with their audience, what is going to resonate with them, what's going to grab people's attention, what's going to be rage baity or clickbaity or just like very trendy and like on the nose. And there are all of those things that I could do. I don't want to do them. It feels nice to just say that, and I think in the past year I've come to terms with that. I don't want to do those things for the sake of just meeting every single trend, and like it's just like a rat race of just like following every single thing that every single other person is doing, and I don't want to do it. I just want to be myself, and I just want to live in my actual life and just post what I love, talk to people who actually care about my content and are here for me. I don't care. I've always said this, but it's like, I don't care how many views a video gets. I just want to talk to people who understand me, who can see me as a person, who like my content, who resonate with me, who understand me, pretty much. It's just like kind of my goal. And I think that that's something I really, really want to lean into this year, is just like focusing on the people who are here and not the people who are not here. Relationships, this goes for like family, friendships, Brandon, like those kinds of things. So one of them, I put be more patient. I'm definitely not like the most patient person. Like I do need more patience in life, but I've actually been complimented on this in the past year, which lets me know that I've gotten better at it and I've gotten more understanding, and I'm not so like annoying about it, and just like being patient about things. Stop gossiping. I need to stop gossiping. And I know everyone's a gossiper, okay? Everyone's a gossiper, whether it's a little bit, whether it's a lot of it. It's not like I'm like a big, huge shit talker, but like a girl loves to gossip, but I kind of feel like I don't want to give too much energy to gossip. It's fine here and then if you're like, oh my God, did you hear that this person did this? It's not like I'm gossiping about people in my real life, because I don't have anything to gossip about. There's no drama, there's no tea. Now I have a reading section, so these were my reading goals. Only read books that I want to, read more historical fiction, horror, and nonfiction, and lots of book merch. Definitely book merch. I definitely came out with new cases, and I worked on that a lot this year, so I know I met that goal. I did only read books that I want to majority of the time. There were some books that I know I was only reading just to meet my reading goal. The genres that I said that I wanted to read the most of were historical fiction, horror, and nonfiction. I don't know if I read very much nonfiction last year. I think what I meant was literary fiction, and I did do that, which is a genre that I hadn't read in 2024. I read so much literary fiction last year. Horror, I only read like 2 books that were horror. Finished decorating my house. I'm not finished, but I am very, very happy with how it looks. Like this coffee table, none of this stuff was on this last year at this time. So I'm really happy with the way that it looks, because I got so much furniture. My entire office is pretty much almost complete. Yeah, I actually got a lot done in the past year, so I do think I did that. All right, so that is my look at my 2025 goals. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm not gonna do it today because, like I said, last year I like drove to the beach and I did the whole thing. I don't know if I'll go to the beach this year or like this week, but maybe I'll go to like a park or something. But I think it's important whenever writing my goals down, I need to be like away from, you know, like a TV or my phone or things like that. Like I like to be outside and like really sit with my thoughts and think about what it is that I want to do. So I'm not going to write them all down, but I think it's really good to just reflect and see what I did well and maybe what are some things that I still need to focus on and take with me into the new year. I do think that a lot of my goals that I had, they weren't that hard, but writing them down helps me achieve them. Like being able to look back at this, I think in like August or something, I went back and I reread them again, and reading them consistently helps me stay on track. Because if you just write them down like one time in January, you're like, this is all the stuff I'm gonna do for the new year, and then you just like move on, you never look at it again, it's not helpful. You have to like do things and implement things in your day-to-day life that will like help you meet these goals.
Were you on Do Not Disturb?
No.
Oh.
Were you trying? Yes. You want to say hi?
Sorry. Hi! Just me, calling Kiki for the 10th time today, because I have one more thing to say, but it has to be really quick, and then you can stop going.
What? You know what?
Anyways.
He is such a loser.
I know.
How'd you find this out? Me being like, and my goal for 2026 is to stop gossiping. you know what? We gonna try for 2027. And I will see you next year.
Come back tomorrow. It doesn't count when it's us, you know?
No, it doesn't count. Wait, how did you find this out?
Because we're just speaking facts.
It's a fact. It's not gossip. It's true. I got a little distracted because Nat called. But anyway, you guys get the gist of my 2025 goals versus my 2026. We're going to do them in this vlog, but we're not going to do them today because I have other stuff that I want to do. It's already 3 o'clock and I really want to film my 2025 book recap because I'm already delayed. Like, it's already the 5th. I'm like, this should have been up. So, and probably make my 3 p.m. coffee, which I always make at 3 p.m. I always have a 3 o'clock coffee. I don't know what it is, but this hour, 3 to 5, I have a really big lull. So anyway, I'm gonna go make coffee and that's what's happening. Hi guys, it is Wednesday and a little bit of a change of plans. I'm doing my 2026 goals right now. And I know I talked about how I love to go to a different like environment and really just sit with my feelings and I'm like, turn my phone off and have no service and do the whole thing. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do that. And I ended up having a meeting today with my manager where we talked about like career goals in 2026, personal and like brand goals and things like that. And so it just kind of like got me thinking so much about making my vision board and doing all my stuff. And I was like, you know what? You don't have time to go sit at the beach for 3 hours with no phone. So what we're gonna do is sit here in my office, or I'll go in my living room and like be cozy and do it. But I just put Folklore, the vinyl, on my record player and like I'm just gonna like set the mood and write and just kind of think about the things that I want to do. It's also kind of helpful because being in my own space kind of inspires me a little bit to look around and be like, what are the things that you want to focus on? What are the goals? So that is what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna read you guys my goals, not all of them, because it's important to have some things that are personal and not share. But I am gonna read you guys some of my goals, but I wanted to just like quickly touch on this before I get into all of them. I shared a little TikTok about this and I really just wanted to focus on it here. My major goal, and I wrote this down and this just really popped into my head, especially because when my management is like asking me like, what are brands that you want to work with? What are things that you want to do? Like, tend to really like limit myself on things that I want to do, or just like with anything, whether it's like, I don't know, it can be anything, even if it comes to like my wedding or like I'm trying to choose something for there. Like, I will choose something that I feel like is more achievable and something that I won't feel like I will fail at, especially when it comes to brand goals and social media and stuff like that. I feel like I get so scared to say that I want something because I'm really scared that if I don't get it, that's going to be embarrassing. Like, oh, it's going to be so embarrassing that they said that they wanted that thing and then they didn't get it. Like, haha, look at her, she thought she was going to get it. Like, that's the feeling that I get whenever I say goals or I have something in mind that I feel like is like a little bit outlandish, I guess you would say, but then it's not really, right? Because it's just a goal. It's abstract. It doesn't even exist. Like, it's not like I don't even have it to begin with. I want it. So it's not like I'm really losing anything by just trying. And so like, that's kind of the mindset that I'm trying to get into. And I think what I want to bring into 2026, because I do feel like I'm such a perfectionist in so many ways where I want everything to have like order and I want to do things like I do things fully. And so if I can't do something fully, I'm like, I'm not going to do it. And I kind of just want to like let that go a little bit. I still want to be a perfectionist, right? And like I want things to be successful and like done well, but I want to let the mindset go that like even if I just try for it or like I say that I want it or I like kind of reach for it, it's okay if I don't get it. Like, why does it matter if I fail? Like, maybe it matters to others and maybe there are other people who will think that it's funny that I fail at something or they laugh at others who try. And I think that that's kind of like the culture I see sometimes on social media, like especially just like observing like other influencers or things like that. It's just like commentary on their life. And it's like, I don't know, there's so many things. It brings up so much insecurity to say that I want something and then I don't get it. And I'm just kind of getting into the mindset of being like, I'm just gonna say that I want it. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter if I say that I want that? Like, what is wrong setting a goal for myself and then like trying to achieve that goal? Even if I don't ever get it, all of the things that I did along the way still helped me grow in some aspect. And when I look at things in the past that I've really wanted or like gone after, it's always, I feel like, made me a better person or made me grow in some way. And so I think that that's like my main focus, and I just wanted to like share that with you guys because I don't know if some of you guys feel that way, but it seems really intimidating, I think, to go for the things that you want or say that you want certain things, or you have expectations for people and they don't meet those expectations. I feel like I've experienced that in the last couple of years, especially like in friendships in my life. It's just been interesting to have things in your mind that you expect out of friendships, and then you don't want to say that that's what you expect because you're like, but if they don't do it, like, we're not gonna be friends or it's not gonna work out. And it's like, those are things that you learn over time and you learn to be okay with. And those are the things that help you grow and also differentiate the type of people that you're around, and also the type of mindset of people that are around you as well. And I just feel like prioritizing that is really important. And so I don't know, I just wanted to share that. I've gotten in such a good place, and I really do feel like especially this year, I feel so like stable and happy with the things that are going on in my life. I feel very like happy with the way that I live my life. I feel so happy about the people who are in my life, and there's not much that I like want to change, right? And I feel like people always kind of go into their goals and they're like, well, what are all these things that we have to change? And we have to rebrand. We have to like change our whole personality going into the new year. And like, you don't really, like, if that is what you want to do, then yes. And there have been years where I'm like, I actually have to change every single thing about myself, but I don't feel like that this year. I feel like I just want to grow on top of what I already have and like excel at that. And that feels like a really good place to be, because I don't feel a crazy amount of pressure, and I don't feel like my list that I'm currently making right now is as long as it would have been previous years. Like, I feel like previous years I was like really like going through it and like trying to like figure out like, what are my goals? What is my purpose? What do I want to do? How do I want to be in 5 years? Like those kinds of things. This year I'm just like, I really enjoy where I'm at. I really enjoy what I'm doing. I actually think I'm doing it really well. What can I push for more? Like, I feel like this is like the first year that I feel like I'm like, you're doing really well. What can you reach for that you haven't before? And like, don't be afraid to just go for it. Like, just say that you want to do it, you know? So that's my rant. I do feel like this is like such a chatty video, but I know I also haven't vlogged in so long, and I literally get comments and messages every single day like, bring the vlogs back, bring the vlogs back. It was really good for me to not be doing them, but I miss you guys, and every time I don't vlog, then I have so much to say and I have so much to chat about. And I've always said this before, but I do want my videos to have substance. And it's not that if I'm just cleaning my house and I'm doing the same thing every day, there's no substance, but I do sometimes feel like I don't want to be too repetitive, so I will take a break rather than vlog unnecessary crap. So anyway, I have a meeting in 30 minutes, and then I'm going to finish up all of these goals, and I'm going to listen to Taylor, and I'm going to listen to Noah Khan. I think it's so, like, I love listening to music whenever I do this. That is something that never switches. Even when I'm on the beach, I have my headphones on and I just like listen to music. I love listening to it. It's like so inspiring. So I'm going to listen to Taylor, and I'm going to listen to Noah, and probably Gracie, and probably Lizzie McAlpine. Those are my artists right now. Lizzie McAlpine was my top artist, so love her. And that is going to really help me get these goals in order. These are my 2026 goals. Number 1, be more present / live in the moment, which I've already mentioned. Be more confident. I think I write this every year because I think that I need it every year. Lean into just being myself. I think that that's really important. I think I obviously already do that, but I think that I could do it more because I second guess myself sometimes, and that kind of goes into what my relationship goals that I wrote down is, and that's don't second guess yourself in situations, because when I'm around other people, I tend to really second guess, like, will they like me? Do they like me? Should I have acted this way, or should I have said this differently? I really question those kinds of things, and I don't want to feel that way. I just want to be able to be myself and not worry about it. And I am a confident person, and I am sure of myself at the end of the day, so I don't want to let those weird like thoughts creep in. For my health goals, I wrote down stay consistent with working out, speak kinder about my body, don't compare myself to others, and be conscious of what I'm eating. Those are all 4 goals that I had last year. I think all of those things always resonate for me all the time. So I think that those are really important, especially when working out. I think it's important to not compare my progress to myself or others. For work, I wanted to push myself in areas I haven't before, which is obviously my big main goal. My theme for the year is to like not be afraid of failure. So that's what I mean by like pushing myself. Like I want to shoot and aim for things that I haven't before, connect more with my audience, be my authentic self, and don't compare your progress to others. Those are always so important. And I honestly, like, I actually just started tearing up before I turned the camera back on because I asked you guys on Instagram. I wanted to get some feedback from you guys, and one of the questions was, what do you like about my content? And that's just for me to like gather data. And I actually started crying reading some of them because I think it just felt really good to read you guys' comments to me. And literally like majority of the comments of the reasons why you like my videos or like my content in general is because it's authentic, it's comforting and cozy. That was the word a lot of you guys use, like comfort creator. And that is so, so nice. And I think it's interesting that I don't see myself in that light, but I think I don't know why, but it just felt really refreshing to read you guys' comments and saying that like you really appreciate my authenticity and being myself and living just like my everyday normal life. Because like I've said before, I get a little bit in my head if I don't feel like I'm like doing all of these insane things that all of these other influencers are doing, right? Like the Alex Earls of the world, which is like so fun to watch, and I love watching your content, but like that's just not me and that's not my life. And when your whole job is to post about your life and, you know, seem interesting, I guess, sometimes I get in my head about it. I'm like, is what I'm posting or is what I'm doing enough? Like, do people like this? And it just felt really validating, I think, to read you guys' comments that like, no, you actually do like this. You do like my content, just being my authentic self, whether I'm just at my house all day, whether I'm just chatting, I'm running errands, I'm working out, I'm going back to Texas and visiting my family. Like that is the content that you guys like. And I know that you do, which is why, you know, I always post it, but I think it just really helps me reset and really like focus on those things. So I really liked that, and that is one of the things that I wrote down was being my authentic self and connecting with you guys. So I really love that. And then lastly, I set some reading goals for myself. So I want to read more literary fiction, fantasy, and thriller, and I also want to expand my Book Rats merch. So this year I really want to start grow the brand in doing like different things that are not just Kindle cases. I want to do home stuff that has to do with reading and things that have to do with reading and things that I love and things that I would truly use. I am not going to ever come out with something obviously that I don't love and use and really enjoy, which is the same thing that, you know, we did for Twin Flames. It's the same thing with this, and I really want to come out with products that are centered around reading but are not reading related. So whether that be mugs or blankets or cute little pajamas or just like little things, like even if it's like new kinds of bookmarks or it's candles or it's coasters, like I love home stuff, and I love curating a space. And so I think it would be really fun to come out with new things that are not just the Kindle cases, because I know so many of you guys love the Kindle cases. I will never ever stop making the Kindle cases. I have so many, I almost have too many ideas for Kindle cases that I really have to like bring myself back and be like, you cannot come out with 500 million designs. Like, you need to be slow. Home stuff I'm super passionate about, and I'm super passionate about decorating my space and making my space cozy. And my home, anytime anyone walks into it, like that's like my favorite compliment. They're like, it feels so cozy in here, and like that's what I always want to embody and feel. And so I want to do that with my brand. And so one of my goals this year is to come out with book merch that's not just my Kindle cases. So that's pretty much it. Those are like all of my goals, and those are all of the things that you guys asked. It feels really good because I really really feel like I have such a great plan for the year and connection with you guys, and I honestly feel so much like you guys understand me, and that feels really, really nice, and I just really appreciate that. That also goes back to the reason I wanted to do my giveaway over here on YouTube. I'm not even gonna say anything on Instagram or TikTok. I'm just gonna do it on YouTube because I really just feel like I left you guys hanging, and I know that you guys really love the vlogs and love YouTube, and you guys have been here for so long, and I really appreciate it. So that's why I wanted to do the giveaway here, which obviously you have to comment in the comments down below. And before I end this vlog, actually, let me show you the boxes I have packed. I'm not gonna show you everything in them, but I am gonna show you the boxes. These are my boxes that I have packed with so much stuff in them. So this is the first one. Obviously this isn't what's in it, but it's full, and they all have like the same quantity of stuff in them, and there's 3 different ones that have been fully packed with a bunch of products. I have this stocking in here. I've got the road in here, as you can see. I've got this stocking full of products too. I have some other, I've got Redken. There's a lot of brands in here. Like, there's so much stuff. I've got notebooks for the new year. I don't even know what this is. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I would show you guys that because I have the boxes ready to go. For the winner, I am gonna choose the winner on the 14th, and I will like message you either on YouTube, or if you leave your Instagram, I'll message you on Instagram and let you know that you won. But yeah, that is the giveaway. I just wanted to show you guys the boxes. I am about to go film a little book review. I just finished reading Colleen Hoover's new book. By the time this video is out, I think it's out. Actually, I don't know if it's out, but anyway, I got the early release for it, and I'm working with Amazon and Colleen Hoover to read the book and do a review. And when I tell you guys, I binged this book last night. Like, I could not put it down. I was so obsessed with it. The beginning of it, I was like, I just don't know. It's a thriller. It's a romantic suspense novel. And the beginning of it, I was like, I don't know where this is going. Like, I just don't know if it's gonna be my vibe. No, once I hit a certain point, I was like, yeah, I'm invested. And I like actually could not put it down. And it was really good. And it's her first book, I think, since 2022. So I'm very excited to be doing a little review for it on TikTok and working with them, because it's so cool to be able to work with authors that I've read for so long. So anyway, I'm going to go film a book review, and I will chat with you guys later. Okay. Wait, I'm showing the people. I made meatballs. Okay, look, this is the dinner that I made. I got this recipe off TikTok, and I actually think it's gonna be fire, but it's meatballs, rice, and then broccolini. It's like very simple, but I think it's gonna be really good. And then we've got the Poppy Shirley tipple. It's actually the best thing in the world. And Brandon doesn't know. Are you laughing at me? No. He doesn't know it yet, but we're watching 90 Day Fiancé. That's our show tonight. Look at him in his tank top. You don't have to watch the whole thing.
I'm just kidding.
But
hour and a half till infinity of my love.
Hour and a half is right. Oh, ding! Yeah, 90 Day Fiancé. I didn't realize that there is a new season out, and this is like my guilty pleasure. I love 90 Day Fiancé. There is just something about it. So Brandon and I are gonna watch this tonight while we eat our dinner. I'm in bed. It's obviously 8:49, and I was wanting to show you guys, this is my vision board from last year. I always make a vision board as a home screen on my phone. So I do one version on my phone, and then I do another version for my laptop, and I always upload them on my Pinterest. So if you are watching this one and you want this one or previous ones or the new one that I'm going to make tonight, they're always linked or like posted on my Pinterest. So you can download them and make them your home screen if you want to. But this is the one I made for last year, and I just thought I would show you guys because I am about to sit here in bed and I'm gonna make a new one, but I've got some random kind of like inspo. I like to keep it pretty vague, that way I can have really cute images still, but like I basically know what they mean. So I have this one, I always like to have a quote on there. So this one says, don't fall back into your old patterns just because they're familiar. That was like one of the things I just like really wanted to focus on. And then I've got this little Miss to Mrs. because it's obviously been like my wedding season, so I've got like wedding content on here. I also have a couple photos from the English countryside. I had reading goals, and reading is a big priority, so I just like to have like cute little images. This is what I did for last year, and I'm gonna make a new one this year. It's honestly probably not gonna be very far away from this, but I always make mine on Canva. I actually figured I would just show you guys the ones that I've made in previous years. So this is so funny to look at, but this is 2022, and this is what my vision board was. I also made an alternate one for 2022 that was like fun and bright and colorful, just because like, I don't know, sometimes the muted nude tones are like not the vibe. I actually really ended up liking this one more. And then I made this one for 2022. This one I used, I think, on my laptop, and this one did really well on Pinterest actually. But one of the things I always like to do is I will go on Pinterest or on Canva and I'll type in these little things. So I'll type in like tape, or I'll type in butterfly or whatever it is. And then in Canva, you can make things a transparent background. So like I found this plain image and I would just like take it, I use the background remover, and you can layer different things on top of it. I put this little letter that I found, layered that on top. And so Canva like makes it really easy to do stuff like that. And this is like one of my favorite ones I do. So I did these little flowers that I found on Pinterest, and then I put them over the tape. I kind of like it to look like a scrapbook. That's why I add the tape. So I like to put it in places that would look like I'm actually taping the images together and covering up some of the overlap and just like adding a little bit of layers. So that's something I like to do for my vision boards, but I am going to start on my one for tonight. This one was last year's. I love this one. I like how moody and like vibey it is. I think that's really cool. So anyway, I don't know what this year's is going to end up looking like. Probably almost exactly like this, but I'm going to get started. Okay, I am officially done. It took me obviously about an hour, but I'm so happy with it. I feel like this is literally me as a vision board, and I'm not going to go through every single little thing, but I do obviously have a lot of wedding inspo on here, cute little like details and stuff like that I'm really excited about. I put my new Book Rats logo on here. I also have a photo of me and Brandon, our hands with our rings. I also am like I'm me saying I'm not going to go through the whole thing and then I'm like explaining it, but I am super inspired by like the 1950s Audrey Hepburn. I love Audrey Hepburn, so I wanted to have a little photo of her. And this is the quote that I chose. And then I found these really cute little like details that I added. So this one is a pin, and I put it through the words like in the background, and like this little tape I think is so cute. Again, I added the flowers. I also got this lace cutout. So if you guys go on Pinterest and you just type in like transparent like images or transparent flowers, transparent tape, those items will come up, and like you'll find a bunch of really cute ones that you can add and layer onto your vision boards. So that is what I did with this one, but this is the final product. I need to make it a home screen, but again, I will link this on my Pinterest if you guys want to save it. It is kind of niche. Normally it's not so niche because I'm not getting married, but obviously I'm getting married this year, so it's going to be bridal inspired. That is going to be it for this vlog. I feel like I talked so much in it, but I'm really happy to be back. I'm happy to be vlogging again, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Maybe it gave you guys the inspo that you needed for 2026, because I feel like even just planning out and doing this with you guys has helped me so much. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.